Walmart has thousands of rollbacks on now until December 24th.
Monday.com is a platform to manage your entire marketing team. From content creation and strategic planning to client requests and organization.
I mean, heaven forbid we go up a size and I get circulation in my calves again. I'm feeling good tonight. Hope I'm looking good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, these are new jeans, so wore them special for you guys.
没有周杰伦呢？我困了，听这个音乐。OK，我给你上催眠曲。OK 啊，我跟他说一声。不能走路啊。废话嘛。跟哪个班人还边上大招边走路的？
我以为救救我，上路救救我！
有他妈人追你，我就也他妈没人追你。
马上就要来。啊！他追我了！
我自己走人脸上去了，谁追你？
我他妈哪在这儿？
不要玩这个。
那我也没针对我啊！我妈 C， 我他妈在塔底下还不够 C 我妈直接带起来。
来，你的周杰伦。
好，谢谢林哥。好，舒服舒服。打得马打得过一样。抢他兵呢，跟我玩是不这么玩的。那个技能 Q 啊。区别对待是吧？区别对待。
哎，他为什么见到我就开始闪现点了呀？
哎，还有这个了，不然他死了。他他妈13分钟一大片，妈这个还是这个人，我3下没说完呢。 是我血统，他俩全死了，哎，非得他妈跟我抢，我要能让就给你了呀。
哎，
我大招被你打断没了，能杀死就怪了。哎呦，我大没了呀，让你个 A。太他妈！我有大全死了呀！
哦，你听得见我的声音吗？我听到了。
哦，好聪明。
你现在听到我声音吗？好的。这样可以吗？
挂机呢？哎呦，我操你妈，这啥？
They're tight. It's a lot. They're really tight. But they are called curvy skinny. So spread the word, ladies. We really can have it all. That's right. Skinny jeans, yeah, I'm wearing them. I regret it already. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, skinny jeans, we all wear them. But in a few years, I think we're gonna regret it, you guys. People who say they live their life with no regrets have clearly never caught a glimpse of themselves in the Walmart security camera when you're walking in a pair of skinny jeans. Yeah. 90% of that footage is people looking up all confident until they see themselves and they scurry away. Skinny jeans are the acid wash jeans of the 21st century. They're gonna make fun of them in flashback scenes and sitcoms. Our kids are gonna look at pictures of us and be like, oh my gosh, Mom. You know, the same way you did when you saw your mom in those Janet Jackson shoulder pads. You still wear them? Is that what you just said? You are a brave woman. But you know what? I bet nobody messes with you. You don't even fit through the door. It's amazing. And we wear our skinny jeans so tight. I mean, heaven forbid we go up a size and I get circulation in my calves again. I mean, really, and I will get into my skinny jeans. You know that move. We all do it. This move! Every time we get out of the car, we're like, Only time I ever do a lunge is when I'm trying to get into my skinny jeans. And we will fight to get in them. We're not going up a size. No way. We're getting in them. We're gonna wrestle them. We're gonna get them in. And then suddenly, you've ripped a belt loop. Well, I guess I have to buy these now. A couple of men in the audience, I see you acting like you don't know what I'm talking about, please. Men's jeans are getting tighter and tighter. We're one season away from girlfriend fit for men. And I'm gonna hate them, because they are gonna look better on him than they do on me. Which is rude, okay? Ladies, you ever thought like, oh, this will be so cute, I'm gonna put on my boyfriend or my husband's jeans only to get them caught like right here? Turns out, I'm wider than I thought. For a long time, I was like, I'm only gonna marry someone who has bigger legs than me. I was single for a while, guys. Sometimes you just gotta lower the bar. You really do. It's just the best thing to do. Women are hopeful people, though, okay? Women are super hopeful people. And here's how I know that, all right? Because every woman I know is hanging on to a pair of jeans that she believes will fit her again someday. Yeah. I have those jeans, okay? 2004 was a good year for me. I wore them for about 3 weeks freshman year of college, till I discovered the unlimited soft serve in the cafeteria. Call it my freshman 15 pounds of froyo a week, so. It was rough. Oof, it was rough, but it was delicious. Oh, gotta be honest, I'm kind of winded from pretending to put on skinny jeans. So that's how things are going for me lately. Last week I got tired blow drying my hair. Had to take a break. The other day I needed to do some work on my laptop, so I bent over to plug it in and I was like, I'll just use my phone. Recently tried to pull myself out of a swimming pool. think I'm just gonna go ahead and order that life alert now. Yeah. Had to do the whole one leg over, then roll out. They had paramedics on standby. It was not pretty, you guys. I've done literally every workout you can possibly imagine. I've done it. That's right. I recently tried a workout. They're like, listen, if you do this for 2 weeks, you're gonna look like Kelly Ripa. All right. So I did it for 2 weeks. And I still looked like I ate Kelly Ripa. Has anybody here done Zumba? Wow, whoa, we got some Zumba ladies in the house. Every Zumba class I've ever been to is like a sea of women and one guy who's better than everyone. And that's the guy I would always fall madly in love with before I met.
I'm Jessie Cruikshank, and Baisel asked me a very simple question: do you bake? In my
husband, I'd be like, oh my gosh, Mom, he's so cute. We take the same dance class and we're so obsessed with Beyonce and we love all the same actors. I just don't know why he doesn't notice me. So naive. For those of you who don't know what Zumba is, Zumba's like a Latin dance class for people who can't dance. So it's pretty fun. It's a great way to figure out which parts of your body want to keep dancing when you stop moving. It goes on and on, ladies and gentlemen. No, my very, very first time taking Zumba was at my local YMCA, and I was, no joke, maybe the youngest person in the class by like 4 decades. Yeah, it was like a sea of Ruth Bader Ginsburg shimmying to a Pitbull song. It was the most shameful thing I've ever done, but I looked amazing. I've also tried CrossFit. Anybody try that? Anybody do that? All right, so we got some intense people in the audience. That's good. A little scary, but intense, you know. I tried CrossFit, and I would love to tell you about it, but I blacked out 10 seconds in, so. I'm 99% sure that all of CrossFit was derived from the movie Rocky IV. Like, hey, strap those tires around your waist and go plow that field. Yeah, we know it's winter, just do it. Later, you're gonna fight a Russian. We all have friends who CrossFit, you guys, and we all wish we could unfriend them on Facebook. CrossFitters, too, they have their own language. Like, they have their entire vocabulary, you know? It's like, hey, man, totally crushed today's WOD, man. Went beast mode on that AMRAP, you know? Totally went primal on my KBs and my squats and my DLSs and my QTRs, you know what I mean? I'm like, well, today I walked to the mailbox. And I got chased by a bee on my way back. And it was pretty hot outside, so please don't hurt me. I'm gonna start a CrossFit moving company. It's gonna be like, hey, come on down here, strap that piano on your back, move it across town. CrossFit. Now, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, you guys, let's just say I was living a different life, you know? I was eating chicken nuggets every day, just downing ice cream whenever I want. And then something happened, and it was like, suddenly the back of my arm just gave up. I could no longer give high fives and short sleeve t-shirts because of the initial shake and the aftershock. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's not like there's Spanx for your arms. I've looked into it, guys. They don't exist. Not a lot you can do, no. And can we talk about Spanx for a second? Let's just talk about that. $1 billion industry, okay? All based around spandex. Yeah. For those of you who don't know what Spanx are, it's a piece of fabric that's about that big. And you put it on your body. It takes about 25 minutes to put on, yeah. And you like pull weird muscles in places you didn't know you had muscles on the way up. And by the time you get them on, your hair's all frizzy because you got hot and sweaty. You gotta turn that straightener back on, you know? Once you got them on, you're feeling pretty good. Like, all right, I look good, I got this. And one wrong movement, and they roll down. And suddenly you have the most magnificent muffin top the world has ever seen. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can't tuck it back in. And the people who saw what happened, they can't unsee it. Yeah. Lost a lot of second dates that way, okay? So clearly I'm not much of an athlete. But I do love the...
With so many purchases on your credit card, you might not notice if an unexpected charge pops up. But don't worry, we can spot it for you. Capital One lets you know about things like duplicate charges, bill hikes, and membership renewals. It's just one of the ways we're helping our customers.
Olympics. I feel like we can all get on board with...
frustrating.
With the Olympics, it's the patriotic thing to do, right? We all love it. Yeah. Very good, very good. The Olympics are amazing. Summer Olympics are the best, obviously. Sometimes I wish we could have the Olympics more often. You know, like every year until I realized, like, oh wait, you know what? 2 weeks every 4 years is the exact amount of time that I'm emotionally capable of caring about badminton. When the Olympics roll around, suddenly I'm like, oh my gosh, I love the shot put, and I'm an expert in dressage. Yeah, I asked Siri what dressage was, and she was like, don't worry about it. It's almost over. It's not a big deal. And by the way, how does one become a professional badminton player? Really? Is it like, well, I used to play it once a summer at my grandma's house with a couple of cousins I don't really like, and the Olympics found out. And they were like, hey, you want a 2-week vacation? All we ask is that you refrain from giggling every time you hear the word shuttlecock. It's hard to do. It's a big commitment. I love the Olympics. This past Summer Olympics, Simone Biles kind of came on the scene. She was the gymnast to beat. Everybody loved, yeah, oh yeah. You gotta love her, right? I know, she came into our lives and we were like, bye-bye, Jennifer Lawrence. America has a new sweetheart. Yeah. She's so good that one gymnast attempted the vault of death to try and beat her. The vault of death, you guys. And suddenly the Olympics turned into a Will Ferrell movie. I attempted my own vault of death, trying to use the bathroom at Walmart without touching the seat. I did not place, so... The gymnast who attempted the vault of death was 41 years old. That's pretty unheard of, okay? She had children who were almost the same age as the US gymnastics team and twice the age of the Chinese team. I cannot imagine being 41 years old and running full speed towards a vault to hurtle my body over it. Then again, I can't imagine like running full speed. And I had a baby last year, and you guys know what that, ladies, you know what happens when you start running. After a baby, you kidding me? Had a shower afterward. There is one sport in the Olympics that I know I would excel at. I would be amazing at it. That's speed walking. Yeah, training would be awesome. They'd be like, all right, Jenna, here's the situation. You're not allowed to run. And there's ice cream at the finish line. Oh my gosh! I'm on it! I'm gonna get there first! And we all make fun of that walk, but we've all done that walk. Every summer when we were kids at the public pool and the lifeguard was like, hey, no running! I'm not running! I am exhausted. So I'm a married lady, thank you. I know, it's hard to believe that, yeah. Wow, a lot of you do believe in me. A lot didn't, so. It's hard to believe all this got snatched up. Nope, I'm a married lady, it's pretty great. Let me just say, romance is different once you get married. Yeah. After a while, you're like, oh, Valentine's Day's rolling around. You tell your husband, like, let's just stay in. Order a pizza. Your husband helps you clean out a couple of closets. Suddenly, you've never found him more attractive. And bam, 9 months later, you're parents. Yeah, that is my daughter's origin story, guys. I absolutely love being married, but every once in a while I think to myself, like, oh, remember when I was single? And then I slap myself in the face and think, oh, remember when I was single? The last time I went out before I met my husband, the only guy that talked to me was wearing a cape. A few minutes into the conversation, I was like, well, maybe the cape's not so bad. Till I remembered I've seen The Phantom of the Opera, and this does not end well. You're not my angel of music, so get out of here, you weirdo. I was under the impression when I got married that I would suddenly magically transform into a new and improved person. Spoiler alert, you don't. No, you're the same old person, except now you have someone around all the time to call you out on it. I remember one time my husband came home, opened the freezer, and was like, hey, Jenna, what happened to the cookie dough ice cream? Why is it now just vanilla ice cream? Well, husband, the 15 minutes that I stood in front of the open freezer was the closest I'll ever come to being an archaeologist on a dig. They call me Indiana Kim Jones and the last carton of cookie dough ice cream. Marriage is weird. It didn't really change me, it definitely aged me. My husband and I, we're like 35 years from retirement, but we're already there in our hearts and our minds. Did you guys see what I did there? Your hearts and your minds. I'm losing it. No, now it's like if my husband and I go out and he has to circle the block for parking, he's like, they don't want us here. They clearly don't want us here, and the sun's gonna go down. What are we doing? And I'm no better. I'm like, hey, babe, are we going anywhere fancy for dinner? Because I'm thinking about just wearing this sweatshirt so I don't have to put a bra on. I remember when my husband had his first cold when we got married, right? He was like, babe, do we have any tissues? He's very pathetic when he's sick. Do we have any tissues? I was like, okay, well, I guess the roll of toilet paper that I lovingly laid on your bedside table isn't good enough for your delicate nasal passages. After that, he went out and bought the name brand tissues, you know, the good stuff, infused with aloe, stuff that feels good on your nose. What a wuss. Plus, I was like, whoa, those are expensive tissues. I didn't see that on the budget you gave me last week. A lot of you are pretty sensitive about tissues. I feel like I hit a soft spot. Are we gonna be okay? No, they say that imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. Well, if that's the case, then why has every fight I've ever had with my husband started with the phrase, here, I'll be you? Yeah, this will be good. No, I'm gonna be you. Here, I'll do it. I got it. Oh, my wife is so mean. She makes me take out the garbage all by myself. Yeah. And then, of course, he starts in, like, Target, shop at Target, spend all our money at Target. Oreos, Target.
Throwing out the spike.
I'm like, I get the Oreos, but why you got Target into this? Not cool, dude. Men, they don't get it. They don't get why we love Target. It's like, babe, I know when we got married, I said that you made all my dreams come true, but it's actually Target. Target slogan should be, come for deodorant, leave with everything else. Yeah. I spent less than $20 at Target one time. Yeah, thank you. I know. It was incredible. I took a picture of my receipt, texted it to my husband. It's the only thing framed on his desk at work. He basically threw a parade in my honor. You guys, he still brags about it to his friends. They're like, you gotta keep her, man. She's a keeper. Anytime we have a fight, I'm like, yeah, but that one time I only spent $20 at Target. I'm a parent. Wow, I know. They let me take the baby home from the hospital. The day I had my baby, I went straight to Facebook and I was like, I lost 9 pounds in 28 hours. Take that, Hollywood diets. I never felt better about myself. Parenting is crazy. Can we just all say it's a little nutty, okay? Yeah. It's weird. It's like, hey, are you into codependent relationships and hate sleep? Have a baby. The last time that someone screamed and then barfed on me was in college. And we don't talk anymore. But my baby has pooped, peed, and barfed on me all within 30 seconds. And we still let her live in our house. There are days when all I want is for my baby to go to sleep. I'm just like, go to sleep, let's put you to bed. Bedtime rolls around, she's safe, she's asleep, and I'm free. I don't even know what to do first. I start skipping around the house quietly, because heaven forbid. I'm like, what should I do? Should I eat something? Should I watch something? Should I just sit and be quiet for 5 seconds and not have someone touching me? And then like 37 minutes later, I'm on my stupid phone looking at cute pictures of her because I miss her? Something's wrong. Yeah. I finally understand my friends who have kids. Like, okay, 2 years ago, a friend of mine said something on Twitter like, this morning, a little... It's hard to even say, okay? This morning I woke up to a little girl at the foot of my bed saying, let's play. 2 years ago, I unfollowed her. That's like the start to a Stephen King novel, okay? Now I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait till my baby comes and scares the crap out of me in the mornings.
It's getting away.
I am jealous of my husband's job for one reason, his lunch break. Think about it. 1 hour of
Proceed with caution.
uninterrupted
Suspects
freedom
ahead.
to just eat whatever you want.
Roger that. Proceed with caution. Additional units are en route.
Because now, anytime I eat something in the house, there's this
going in.
little person with their big eyes staring at me, their little voice begging,
losing
their
them.
little hands reaching out. Now I know what my husband feels like
dispatch,
when
we
he
need
brings a
eyes on the
snack to
suspect.
bed.
We're losing them.
I know I said I wasn't hungry, but can I just have a bite? Just a bite. Okay, just half. Okay, but can you just go get me one?
Dispatch, we need eyes on the suspect. We're losing him.
Oh, you guys, I'm not good at social media. We have so many places we have to like
Dispatch, we
post
need
stuff
eyes on the
now.
suspect.
Instagram, incredibly stressful. I don't even know what to post. It's like I can only get so many haircuts every month. You know? Not a lot
We're
left.
losing him.
If Instagram was a true depiction
Getting
of
away.
my life, it'd be a real train wreck. Really, it would. Be like, cut my finger on the cling wrap box
Losing
again
him.
today. Tried to fold a fitted sheet and only
Getting
cried
away.
once. Took a nap on the blow.
Yeah, we're gonna need some backup.
Hashtag we had visitors. Hashtag 4 months ago. Hashtag lazy.
We're gonna need some more units.
There is something online that I want to talk to you guys about. I feel like it's growing. It can really bring people down, make women feel less, and it's kind of addictive.
Roger that. Proceed with caution. Additional
You guys
units
know
are
what
en
I'm
route.
talking about. It's Pinterest.
Yeah, we're gonna need some backup.
Yeah, that's right. Pinterest. Before Pinterest, women like me
Laying down the
just read
spikes.
Martha Stewart magazine once a month if we wanted to feel inadequate.
We need backup.
Now that feeling's just like one click away, always.
Going in.
Everybody acts like, oh, Pinterest is so great. Listen, Pinterest, you didn't reinvent the wheel, okay? You figured out how to bake a cupcake in a mason jar, and it's very cute. But calm
Dispatch, we need eyes on the suspect.
At the end of the day, Pinterest is just a great way to hoard.
We're gonna need some more units. Going in.
I'm not a fashionista. No, I don't really know a lot about fashion. I don't
Advise,
claim
we have
to.
additional
I
units heading
am
north on
not
the
good at it.
505.
No, any sense of style that I had evaporated into thin air the moment I
Roger
bought
that.
my first
Proceed
pair
with
of
caution.
Crocs.
Additional units are en route.
Most of junior high and high school, I didn't know you had to style the back of your hair as well as the front. For a long time, I was rocking the business in the front, train wreck in the back.
Going in.
I recently mistook a hipster for a homeless person.
Roger that. Proceed with caution. Additional units are en route.
Turns out I live in a way nicer neighborhood than I thought.
We're losing them.
Everybody on the block owes me some spare change.
Going in.
Yeah. I felt bad for my mistake, but then she was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I was going for hobo chic.
We're losing him.
Can I do an ambush makeover for my blog? I love your idea.
We need backup. Dispatch, we're gonna need some more units.
Now, I don't know what they do everywhere in the country, but in California, where I live,
Yeah, we're gonna need some
you have to
backup.
put your weight on your driver's license. Yeah. And it's not like they weigh you.
We're losing
It's
him.
like an honor system thing. So
Dispatch, we need eyes on the suspect.
I put like 5, 10, 25 pounds under my ideal weight.
It's getting away.
And then I started to think about it. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. Because, like, say the police had to find me based on my license, they'd be looking for somebody with the body type of a 12-year-old boy.
We're gonna need some more
Instead of
units.
a fun-to-hug 30-year-old woman.
It's getting away.
Trouble. We live in a country, we got a lot of food issues in our country, right?
Dispatch, we need eyes
I
on
think
the
I heard
suspect.
something like they're saying 70% of the population is now technically overweight. At some point, when are we just gonna say that 30% of the population are skinny?
Pull
and the
over
rest
your
of us
vehicle
are-
right now! You got her leg.
Thank you. No, as adults, we've kind of been like, well, whatever, we're a lost cause, and we're all worried about the children, you know? Because we got all these beefy kids running around. Well, not running, but... No, but places, you know, like to try to help are putting the calorie count on menus, you know? So you go to fast food restaurants, like food item price, calorie count, you know. You guys have seen it. It's supposed to help you make a better decision. Let's just say it's never changed the way I order. It's just changed the scenario. So now, when I'm at McDonald's by myself on a Tuesday at midnight, alone, by myself, in my stretchies, it's like, hey, McDonald's employee, let's take this already low point in both of our lives. And add about 1,700 calories to it. And you better turn on that ice cream machine, Sean. You better turn it on! And that's right, I do call him by his first name. Taco Bell recently announced, I guess it turns out it's the most healthy fast food restaurant in America. That's a real sentence I just said. That blew my mind. Honestly, you guys, because I know not one person in the history of the world that has walked into a Taco Bell and thought, I'm here to make good decisions. No, I've never seen a line at the drive-thru at Taco Bell in the daytime because we're all waiting for the sun to go down. Because we're ashamed. Because Taco Bell tastes better between the hours of 2 and 3 in the morning when we're incapable of making good decisions. No hate to Taco Bell, totally love it. If they ever want to sponsor me, I'm totally down. I have a lot of food issues, I do. Love food, love it a lot. Don't make a lot of good choices, I've been told. This is a true story. I recently bought a few things at Whole Foods, and my credit card company called me with a fraud alert. Someone is buying vegetables with your credit card, and we know it can't be you. I have a couple of well-intentioned, healthy friends. You know those healthy people in your life. Good people. They are. They're trying. They're part of the skinny 30%. One of Mo's friends, she posted an article on Facebook that said cinnamon helps cure infections. So I thought, if I eat a cinnamon roll every day, I'll probably still die. But at least it won't be from an infection. this healthy friend of mine, she thinks fruit is a dessert. Guys, fruit is not a dessert. Fruit is a snack between meals when I'm on a diet. She's one of those people that says things like, oh, this dessert is too rich for my blood. Guys, that's a thing thin people say when food tastes really good. When she says that, I'm ordering two. I'm not the healthy friend, you guys. Nope, I'm not the healthy friend. I'm the friend that if you call me at 2 in the morning and you want Pizza Hut's hot dog pizza, I'm gonna get out of bed, I'm gonna put on a bra, and I'm gonna get it for you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Honestly, though, it turns out my guidance counselor was right, and I really should just give up and deliver pizzas for the rest of my life. I'd be so happy. I've never been to therapy. I'm not saying that to brag or anything. I'm just saying that because I told that to a friend of mine in LA, and she was like, oh my gosh, is that why you eat so much? And I was like, no duh. I don't pair wine with food, you guys. I pair snacks with mood. I don't know what the feelings to pizza ratio is, but I know it's high. Family-sized frozen lasagna for one? I'm actually having a pretty good day, honestly. You should see what I eat when I'm sad. People have said I'm a candy addict. That is probably true. I love candy. I love it so much, but candy addicts, we don't get a lot of street cred. Yeah, we don't. It's okay. Let me break it down for you. Okay, if you're a smoker, you can go up to another smoker and be like, hey man, can I get a cigarette? Smoke it, go on your way. But if I'm like, hey, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar, I'm the weirdo. Guys, that is a slogan about sharing. If the slogan was, keep it all to yourself like a jerk, yeah, I wouldn't ask. I got one more joke for you guys tonight. My husband, his favorite show of all time is America's Funniest Videos. Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with it, but here's the thing. I have been married to him for a while, and I've only made him laugh like 4 times. Yeah. And all 4 of those times I tripped. So at least it was dignified, so that's good. But I will like work on a new joke. I'm so excited about it. I can't wait to tell it to him. He'll be like, that's funny. But 30 seconds into an episode of AFE, he's like, get in here, Jenna, this is so funny. Look at it, he's gonna fall down. Oh, did you see it? Let me rewind it, you didn't get it. That's funny. Seriously though, okay, imagine I was not a professional comedian. Let's say I was a professional soccer player, okay? Just pretend, okay? I know it's a stretch. Pretend I'm a professional soccer player. That'd be like my husband saying, soccer's all right, but foosball, now that's a sport. There are, I think, just approximately 9 million episodes of AFV in total, and 97% of them are on TV at all times. It's like every 3rd channel. This is my life. Yeah. I'm not afraid of dying in like a normal way, you guys. I'm not afraid of like slipping when I get out of the shower and hitting my head or You know, like maybe a car accident on the California freeways. No. I'm afraid of dying because my husband threw a beach ball at me when I was coming down the stairs trying to get us on an episode of America's Funniest Videos. Hope you got that on tape, babe. Good luck explaining that one to the police. That's got Dateline episode written all over it. If anything happens to me, you guys, just remember, America, America, I died for you. Thank you guys, have a great night.
You are going to have to memorize about 44,000 subtly different drawings of sheds. So the Germans, culture shock, Germany, language. I dove into language, intensive German, 6 months, $2,000. Totally worth it, because I now speak the language like a 3-year-old with a severe speech impediment. I could not talk for 3.5 years. That was Germany. My friends would ask, what's it like? What's Germany like? Well, it's like I've had a stroke. I cannot talk. I thought I'd learn the German. My friends told me I would. Well, not all my friends, just my friends who only speak one language. They know how easy it is to learn a second language. And they'll tell you, oh, you pick up on the German then, because you'll be immersed in people speaking German. Well, guess what, buddy? You're not immersed in people speaking German. You're immersed in people speaking English. This is a German accent. So no progress, this is my German, but amazing progress, this is my German accent now. I am not bilingual, but I can sound bilingual. Ja, it's wunderbar. This is great. Now I use my accent to impress random strangers. I can just use it here to impress people. Yeah, I will take the fries with the hamburger. Thank you for the good questions you're making now. Wow. Gee, your English is excellent. Why, thank you. Wow, hey. First time I hear this. Wow, thank you. That's just because English isn't your native language. No, this is because I am from Utah. Couldn't complain either. Not learning German, you can't complain. This is what'll happen. If I complain about not learning German, that's what I get. Well, be grateful you're not learning Chinese. Grateful? Why would you bring that? Why would you bring up something I could never do? I'm not even learning German. Why would I be grateful you stink at something that's kind of easy? You got that going for you. You could be failing at something that's hard, but see, this way you feel stupid and disappointed. You should be grateful. Chinese is hard than German. German's technically kind of easy. Grammar's hard, but there's similar words to English. Same alphabet. Whereas Chinese isn't so difficult. There's no similar words, you say. And you have to learn their alphabet. We don't share an alphabet. And it's not just 30, 40 letters. You want to be fluent in Chinese, you are going to have to memorize about 44,000 subtly different drawings of sheds. Broken furniture, yoga poses, occasional waffle iron. That's what I see. Like if I look at the menu, how spicy is your broken television? Really? Well, then I will take the downward dog. Again, I'm a menu coward. Chinese is crazy. So many shed drawings. I think Chinese is the only language on earth in which you can write an entire sentence accidentally. You can just, whoops, I'm literate. How did that happen? Sometimes a shed drawing will be a whole phrase or sentence, and you have to memorize a shed with the sentence. Okay, the broken stepladder next to the guys who win a golf club with the 2 seagulls on the park bench for the roof shed drawing, my foot hurts. Oh wait, there's a chimney on the shed. Your foot hurts. There's a chimney at your foot. Wait, there's smoke coming out the chimney. We've got a new pope. 40,000. Anything could be Chinese, I'm convinced. Anything. Like if you smash a spider on your wall and flick the body away, the legs say something in Chinese. It's probably a full sentence on your wall. My name is Bent. He didn't screw up my name. It is Bent. It's B-E-N-G-T. Swedish name. Swedish. Because I am from Utah. I know, doesn't make sense. It is Bent. We say Bent. In Sweden, you would actually pronounce the G. It would be Bengt. But here in Mapleton, Utah, they never pronounce the G, which is how I get my street name. Always came in handy on the main streets of Mapleton. Strange. Made sense to my mom. It's a name in Sweden. It's a name in Utah. She told me it's popular in Sweden. It was wild. And armed with that knowledge, she sent me to school. They said my name's not. Did you tell them that in Sweden, Bent is a common name? Yeah, they said in Utah, Bent is an adjective. No, your name is not an adjective. It's a past participle. Verb to bend. Mom had a master's in English. So yeah, Swedish name. I was always grateful for my weird little Swedish name. It really was, because my brother, Tafeth. You can laugh, it's funny. Tafeth. Ancient Welsh for David. Tafeth? Tafeth. Yeah, my mom dug up a prehistoric name from a dead language. Who does that? Who does that? Well, we were gonna go with dog, but then we had a boy, so I went with Tafeth. It's crazy. This is my mom's logic. She said, I don't want my kids having to worry about sharing their names with other kids in their class at school. And mission accomplished. It's the only Bent in the Western Hemisphere. And Tafeth? You've done a Google search? I've done a Google search. Hasn't been a Tafeth. I don't think. You Google it, guess what you'll get? Videos of me doing this bit. The name stumps Google. Grew up in a weird family. You don't know you're a weird family, do you? You don't. Until you go to a normal family house. You play at their house. This is when I found out I was in a weird family. I was at my friend's house, and their dog pooped in the living room. Right there. And this was what was weird to me as a 6-year-old. They cleaned it up. Their house, this was a big deal. A dog log in the living room was a big deal. Our house, different rules. This was a rule. Oh, let it dry. It'll come up easier. Those are like Jell-O. You gotta let them set a while. We always had at least 2-3 dog logs waiting to dry, and then every couple hours you check them with a toothpick. You get down and you just, it's like the brownie principle in the oven. You just, nope, not ready. It is not done yet. This has been here a while. Did that dog eat some lotion again? Because there's like 40 holes that we could play cribbage in that. Grew up Mormon, base cards were against the rules. And you grew up Mormon, there's a lot of rules when you grow up Mormon, as you know. No drinking, no smoking, no premarital anything. And of course, the most logical rule I learned later, no coffee. I know, it makes sense now. My friends that didn't grow up Mormon explained to me, no, Ben, it makes sense. You couldn't drink, you couldn't smoke, no premarital anything. Why stay awake? We don't even know why you get out of bed. We don't get it. Just stay down. It's just gonna get worse. It's pretty strict. No swearing either. No swearing. No swearing. Although my mom would spell the swear words. Because then they don't count. Apparently. She didn't spell bad words. She didn't spell like a sailor. But I understand spelling in front of, little kids, but there'd be a whole room full of adult readers, and she would still, O-D-A-M-N-H-E double toothpicks. I said, Mom, we know we can read. We can all read. All of us. So can God, we're pretty sure. He's literate. We think he's highly literate. Like she thought she found a loophole for swearing. She spells it, God's up there. Well, what's she saying? Did anybody get that? Did you get that? Was that some sort of a code language? Was that Navajo? That was Navajo. Gabriel, fetch me a wind talker. Swear. My dad would almost swear. He'd come close. His favorite, shoot. I said shoot. No, you said shoot. Just Texan for shoot. We couldn't spell swear words even. If we even spell the swear word, my mom would knuckle us. Anybody else get knuckled? She right here. Once your skull congealed, it was fair game. But this middle knuckle, right there, to whack that knuckle, which eventually was arthritic. Seriously. My dad did not knuckle. My dad never knuckled. My dad is a psychiatrist. Hitting modified behavior instead of why spank the butt when you can chemically spank the brain? These aren't bad kids. They just need bigger pills. Not hard, and not in anger, but at random. Just out of the blue, because that's life. Random pain from above is life. Psh, now what was that for? Shoot, happens. Well, you hit him too. Life's not fair. I am married now, kids. My wife, different than me. My wife did not grow up Mormon. My wife grew up Irish Catholic. Practicing Irish Catholic too. I mean, every weekend, drunk. She is different. For one thing, she's a dog. My wife is an officer in the U.S. Air Force. Yeah, Julie? Yeah. Public affairs officer. For those who don't know what the implications. Public affairs officer, that means every morning she has to wake up, put on camouflage clothing designed for jungle combat, and go to an office, answer emails while dressed like a bush. It's dumb, and they know it's dumb. I've told every office she's had, in this environment, I can see you. You stand out. It's really bad. I'm serious. If you had more plants in here, that would help. You could stand in front of an open window and sway. That would throw them off. But as it is, if the enemy attacks, here's the plan. Storm the building, shoot all the plants. Lose everybody. You should become going to work dressed as a file cabinet. Fax machine. We're a military family. We moved a lot all over the world. Even 7 years ago, my wife was transferred to Germany. So that's when I under my mom/manager at the time. And then I canceled my cell phone plan and I was ready to go. All the loose ends of my career tied up. And followed my wife to Germany. Because she's my wife, right? She's the love of my life. She is the mother of my children. She is the source of my health insurance. So I had to move to Germany in case I got sick. It's an American thing still, isn't it? Follow the benefits to a place you hate, usually. You notice that? The more someone hates a job, the more they bring up the benefits. How's your job? It's awful. I hate it. But the benefits are good. If I get sick, then I'll be happy. If I could, 6 months in the hospital would be great. So I didn't even learn German. While I was there. My son did. My son was fluent in 6 months because he's a genius. No, he was 3. See, he was learning language at a point in life when you're supposed to learn language. I was 46. I was trying to learn language at a point in life when you're probably not supposed to learn anything, I think. Probably. They say it's harder to learn as you get older. I don't know. I know this. I'm now 52. Okay. And for thousands of years, do you know what the typical 52-year-old man did? He died 12 years ago. He didn't go over the ocean and learn German, you know, and I think your brain still knows that. So when you try to learn German, your brain, what are you doing? We're just gonna die soon. We die next. We don't learn now. It's dirt nap time. What are you doing? It's not time to learn. This is a bad investment. Your brain knows. It's harder. Actually, they say this, after 40, your brain can't remember and learn new things as well. And it's baloney. Here's the thing. My brain could remember and learn new things. It just won't. And I know why. This is because it still remembers all that stuff I made it learn in high school and college and then never used. So now it is very cynical about learning new stuff. If I say, come on, we need to learn this, my brain does not trust my judgment. So yeah, that's what you said about high school geometry, straight A's, and now we are a comic that can calculate the volume of a cylinder. Useless. Pi times pi r squared. I could do it. Do I ever use that skill? Calculate the volume of a cylinder? No. Every time I buy a soda, the answer is right on the can. There, put it for you. I mean, it looks about right. They don't show their work, but I think. We got lots of useless stuff in our heads. Everybody, even there's worse cases in the comics. There are people on death row right now that got A's in high school sitting there, man, those A's in geometry are not helping me here on death row. They should not have taught me that information. They should have taught me how to hide a body. How to clean a crime scene during home ec. That would have been handy. Instead, they teach me how to calculate the area of a trapezoid in case I need to carpet a crooked room. Oh, my rooms are square, pretty much. I guess. I'm not old. 52. My wife thought I was old at 40. This is how I know she thought I was old. We got transferred to the beach, California. We're right by the beach. What do I get for my 40th year birthday by the beach? Any ideas? Maybe snorkeling gear, boogie board? No, metal detector. Does this come with dress socks and sandals? Perhaps a hernia belt? She thinks I'm old. I found out I think I'm old because I was excited. Well, I'm gonna go to the beach and find a watch. The only member of the family more excited than me, the dog. When I took that detector out of the yard and started digging random holes, the dog went nuts. You should try it. They'll run in circles and then join in and look at you and finally somebody who gets me. You do get it, although a bit. Things are changing now. Like I've decided to start coloring my hair. I gotta start coloring my hair because my head has decided to stop coloring the hair on the sides and back of my head, but it will continue to grow brown bangs. Just gonna shoot a nice youthful blaze of brown, right? You know, for conversations, face to face. Well, look, maybe 42, walking away, 80-year-old man. This is where now? Teeth are gone. I've got these gaps in the back of my teeth now. I don't know if you have that. There's gaps back here now. In the back, I could floss with a tube sock. I don't know how they found the room. Well, I do know how they found the room. They're all crammed in the front. I can't even floss in the front. It's like they just headed for the exit. Abandoned ship. He smells funny. The end is there. Ship is sinking. My eyes go. They get worse. Had to up the annual lenses this year. They got thick. Can you see him in the back? Can you see him? Can you see him? Yeah? I cannot see them from here. I cannot see my glasses now unless I am wearing my glasses, which is kind of a convenient way to ruin the day, you know. just set him down. There goes the morning. What'd you do this morning, man? I spent 3 hours walking around the house, gently touching everything in the house. Palpated all the furniture for about 3 hours. It's my fault. This is the thing. He told me I need progressives. I didn't want progressives. Progressives make it wrong. I'm sorry. They do. As opposed to this one. That doesn't help at all. I can now adjust my eyesight with my mouth, too. TV is fun. I need the glasses to see the TV, but I can't see the remote through the glasses. So now I do the peer over with the remote. I just get the button and then I flick the signal on the TV. And I love on the remote, this is what I love about it. They make the volume button and the channel buttons identical because they're horrible people. Well, this is the same show as the other channel, only louder. Are we paying for louder channels? Seems like a ripoff. I'm a grandpa. That's what I felt. 48. Overnight, you know. Go to bed, just a guy, and you wake up a grandpa. Walk into the shower, I go by the mirror, I see myself in my underwear, and I realize I am now wearing grandpa underwear. I went to bed in underwear and woke up in grandpa underwear. We have a whole drawer full of granny panties now, overnight. Then I took off my underwear and I thought, I am now a naked grandpa. And I'm soaping down a naked grandpa in the shower. Freaking me out. I could never be a naked man again. That'll never happen, you understand that? From now on, I'm a naked grandpa. That's a good thing, though, because I was not a very impressive naked man. I wasn't, I'll be honest. If I ran through the cobbler shop here, naked right now, and you said, naked man, you'd all look and go, I've seen better. But if I ran through here naked and someone said, naked grandpa, you'd all look and go, not bad. Naked grandpa. Top 20% naked grandpa. It's kind of nice. I've never looked worse and I've never felt better about it. That's a nice thing as you get older, the shift in the nudity. It's wonderful. I really like that. Young people, you're worried. You want your body to be beautiful. My age, I just don't want to be Yes, big questions. Big questions. You know, how long are you going to last? Your eyes are this bad. You know, 10,000 years ago with this eyesight, I would be dead. You too, you'd be dead. 10,000 years ago, you'd be dead. Those are things. You'd be dead real fast. Right? We'd be dead. We'd be out in the woods chasing furry, blurry, moving stuff. With our spear backwards. We don't know. We don't know. We're like sneaking up on a bison. Oh, it's a bear. Now we're dead because we poked a grizzly with the blunt end of our spear. It's a fatal mistake. It would be like a people hunting story told by bears. Just once I had one sneak up on me, and then he like poked me with a stick. Then he run right into a tree. That I am not. Ask Ursa. She was there. You remember Ursa? You asked pubg. Seriously, I scat you not. Nature doesn't put up with bad eyeballs, does it? It doesn't put up with it. There's no cross-eyed cheetahs on the Serengeti. Out there chasing two perfectly synchronized gazelles like, wow, these guys must rehearse forever. They are good. There's no bald eagles with lazy eyes. The zoo there's a bunch of the zoo. But in nature, if you're like a far-sighted woodpecker, let me explain. Far-sighted woodpecker's in trouble. That means you can't see up close. That's not good for a woodpecker. It can't like back up and squint. Can't adjust its eyesight with its beak like I can. Can't ask a buddy, are these maggots on the log? It's dead because it has bad eyesight. Bad eyesight's not compatible with it. Yeah, that's what we used to have to do. sandwich. Easy. Sometimes they'll even ask you. Isn't it? You've had a long day of doing this and you're talking about potato cheese on the fridge and scare up a sandwich. Do your pre-sandwich making inventory, right? Get out the lettuce, tomatoes, Kraft singles. Dang it! Now I have to slice the tomatoes and the cheese. Manually sliced cheese, I don't have the tools or the skill. The knife's gonna swerve in the cheddar, and I'm gonna have a cheddar doorstop, screwing up the cheese to sandwich flavor ratios. I'll do the twisty tie on the bread, which is just, who did this? It's like you're going for a merit badge on this. No, wrong way. It's the wrong way. Was right the first time. Did you ever give up on a sandwich? Did you ever do that? You give up. It's too hard. You gotta combine ingredients in order, then there's the twisty tie on you, man. Should go but you don't, do you? You can just go over the phone now. You just order out the food on the phone. Aren't we failing at a very primitive level when we order out food? We are failing to feed ourselves. Hello, Domino's. I am tired and unable to feed myself. Yes, again. Half an hour later, I'm sitting on the couch watching a show I hate because I lost the remote. There's a knock at the door. It's open. You know, I'm not going to stand up to get the food. The food is literally tracking me down now. And now it's gonna enter my cave. For our ancestors, that's like a mastodon just wanders into the cave and has like a heart attack over the fire. Cooking itself after rolling through a sauce puddle and over toppings. And onto sharp rocks, itself into easily consumed triangles. Less than 30 minutes or the next one's free. If food doesn't fly into my top hole 30 minutes after the phone call, someone failed. It's not me. I am physically lazy. Well, a lot of us are. This is how lazy I am. I'll wake up, first thing I want to do when I wake up now. After all these easy things in life, the first thing I want to do. The idea is go back to bed. Just regain consciousness. And I just want more. Unconsciousness. I mean, shouldn't I be a little bit grateful for regaining consciousness? That's an important bit. Most important of every day is waking up. Shouldn't I be a little grateful? Like, wow, how long was I out? 9 hours? Holy cow, I almost died. That was a closing. Instead, I open my eyes and I'm not this crap again. Consciousness stinks. This is what I found out I was really late. My wife and I moved to Germany, and I became the stay-at-home dad in Germany. And that was the hardest work ever. 2 kids, the housework. Here's the thing about housework that I learned. The other person only notices what you don't do. You can spend hours cleaning that house, or like 20 minutes right before she comes home. First words out of her mouth, why is that pan on the stove? Because I'm gonna hit you with it. Stovetop recipe for ratatouille. Bring it to me. Clean. We didn't do housework the same. I can't even help. I'm bad at the housework. I can't even find things. She'll send me to the basement. If I say, I can't find it. She gets kind of mean. Well, did you look? Oh no, I didn't. I just smelled. That is a good idea. Yeah. So went down there. In fact, I closed my eyes so I could hear better. Then I took a big whiff. Next time I'll use my mouth. Housework was tough, man. We didn't do it the same. Like, even when I helped, it didn't help. Like my wife, hey, did you see Ian's mittens? Where are his mittens? They're under the bathroom sink. Is she grateful? No, she's angry. She's angry because instead of putting them away, I memorized where they were. That's how I do housework. I find stuff in the wrong place and go, wow, you are lost. You stay here. I'll go get help. Boy Scout rules applied to housework. Do it the same as her. Like you have fights when you start raising kids. They're hard. They're hard. It's a tough task. Makes you ask the big questions in life. That's what I find. Why am I here? That's a big question. Why am I here? Usually when I ask that question, it's right after I enter the grocery store. Why am I here? And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, because my wife sent me here to get something, and I can't remember what it is. And I'm not gonna call and ask her because I am not making that phone call again. Just load the gun that shoots you. It's like, hey, you remember earlier when you sent me to the store? You do? Well, I don't. I was nodding and looking at you. Well, I guess I was pretending to listen. Like, can you answer me this? Did I drive or did you drop me off? Okay, then I will continue to look for my keys. I can't do that, so now I have to wander through the store, hope something jogs my lousy memory so I can remember what I agreed to buy while I was pretending to listen to her. And it doesn't work, so I'll start guessing. I will buy $400 worth of guess groceries. A whole pile, and it never works every time. Come on, did you get the Spanish olives? No. And then this is what I'll do. Oh, I forgot. Which is a lie. You can't forget something you never heard. I don't even know what I need when I send myself to the store. I don't know. The breezeway just wipes my head. I'll come into the store, I'll walk right by the carts, because I don't need a cart. Just getting a few items. 5 minutes later, I'm in front of the donuts, loaded up to the chin like a looter. I need a cart, basically. Trying to bolt something off the iron so donuts can come home with. And there is a time limit, because within minutes, this gallon of milk is gonna rip my fingers off. And then people walk by and tell you about the existence of carts. Do you know there's carts? Oh, yes, I know about what, like I don't know what a cart is. Wow, a wheeled basket. Where did you get that? It's a genius. I'm gonna be off right now, but then I would drop my bacon. This is my favorite thing. Go to the store, pay for my groceries, walk out the door. After an hour of shopping, I couldn't forget what I've been doing. I can see the cashier. You look like you could use $100. But it's fun. It's fun for everybody. So I get almost to the door, and the bag boy makes it fun. Pick up my groceries. Hey, you forgot these. You might want these. And then everyone laughs with them. Oh, silly man. And then I'm embarrassed. So I go, wow, what a weird day. It's not. It's normal. It's none of their business. It's fun. This was the funnest I had of this. I forgot the groceries like normal. I'm embarrassed. I get my groceries. I get almost back to the door. And the bag boy, a whole different tone of voice. Sir, and your wallet and keys. Whole different tone. You know, it went from this is funny to this is a serious situation. Is this like a silver alert? Is that what they call it? And he didn't wave them around either. It was very careful. He handed them out slow and like no sudden movements. Like he was feeding a carrot to a wild deer. Don't run, little buddy. There you go. And the people weren't laughing either now. They were looking at each other like, wow, we should not have been laughing at him. I did not know he was that dumb. And the produce manager knew. He was serious to him. He kind of came over slow. Then he kind of grabbed my arm and like, are you here alone? Alone, as in, who is watching him? Does he have a bracelet or ID or something? So he said, are you here alone? And this was my response. Which is the wrong response. And he grabbed harder and he said, did you drive? I'm like, yes, I drove alone. And I'm fine, I'm okay. Can we help you out with your car? No, I don't want you to help me out with the car. Get when they can't find them. So that's the last step. It's me in the parking lot with my Ford Fiesta keys in the air. Just trying to use them to set off the alarm on my little Spanish party. It's great. switch when you're raising kids is a problem. I had a baby. I was in charge of a baby with this brain. Baby's easier than toddlers, of course. You just watch the baby. Toddlers, you have to intervene because 10, 30, 100 times a day they'll make an attempt on their life. No warning signs. They'll just be playing and all of a sudden, I wonder what electricity would taste like. And then you save their life and they try to smash in your face with their skull. They're like, meddling giant. Babies, this was the hardest part about the babies. I had the baby at home, this is in Germany. My wife would call from the office around 11. So how's the baby? And I would panic. Because I had not thought about the baby for hours. How's the baby? Better question. Where's the baby? I hope it's upstairs in the crate. Or the crib. Either way, it's the same thing. It's a rare, fancy crate. But I'm not sure it's up there because I haven't heard nor smelled it for a couple hours. I hope it's sleeping and constipated in the crate. That's my hope. That was my deal with babies. You have to remember where you set them down. They're like your cell phone. Doesn't match. What are you talking about? His pajamas, they don't match. You have him in spaceships and dinosaurs. And I said, no, I have him in a shirt and a pant. If I had him in a shirt and a shirt, you would have an argument. That would be bad for his little psyche, like a shirt pant. Some sort of high-waisted, crotchless capri. It's not good for a little guy. Spaceship dinosaur, we're gonna sleep through that crisis. Literally, no one will ever see that, ever. Worst case scenario, kidnapper. Like gets him under a dome light in the van. Well, this little photo doesn't even match. Not gonna get any ransom for this unwanted child. That's the worst that could happen. Like an embarrassing Amber Alert. She said, look, here's the deal. I care about matching pajamas. How hard is it for you to make pajamas match? How hard is it really? And I said, it's easy to make a match. Watch this. And then I turned out the light. No clap for that. I should not have done that. That was mean. You're different. You like different things. It's important. You actually become emotional opposites after you become a couple. Did you know this? When your partner gets very upset emotionally, your instinct is to try to calm them down by acting calmer, which makes them feel clinically insane for being angry. So they get angrier, then you get calmer, they get angry, and then maybe you tell them, now calm down, and then maybe someone dies right then. Never tell them calm down. Try to act as angry as they are. And if you want them to calm down, you should probably act about twice as angry. Do you see what I'm... Say you're driving, you're stuck behind a slow car in the fast lane, he's really upset, right? Now if you say, calm down, makes it worse. But if you say, stop screwing around and run him off the road, just run him off the road, the dog goes in the truck, you beat him in the hospital, let's kill this. See, and then he will say, oh, well, maybe we should just both calm down. Married, you don't know how different you are when you meet. You don't notice how different you are when you meet because you're so hot and heavy in love. Those engaged couples are creepy. You have no idea. I was next to an engaged couple on the plane. They're already kind of making because that's what they are. And then they take off and they announce an emergency landing. We're going to empty the fuel on the plane. And it's scary. Scary. I'm worried. The engaged couple start making out more. He said to her, we go there together. Sick. So now I'm terrified and nauseous. But that's the engaged love phase. Meanwhile, right across the aisle, there's an old married couple. I told you one last fight before they die. Because they're married, that's what you do. They go, oh, so this is my fault. I say sleep in and everybody dies, my fault. Why don't you talk louder? Then everybody on the plane will want to die like I do. You can do that for the whole plane. I want to die. I'm taking off my seatbelt. You see that? I'll put down the tray too. I don't want to die. The thought of living to face your mother alone, I think not. Marriage. The activities that were romantic while you were dating will make you fight after you get married. Do you remember this? Let's go for a drive. When you're dating, awesome. How's the married drive, married couples? How is that? Wonderful. I steer, she tells me when I screw up. And by when, I mean when it is too late. Every time. You should have turned there. I should have turned. Thank you for withholding that information until it was criticism. That was beautiful. The way you weaponized it. I noticed this the first time my wife and I went married canoeing. This was the last time with my sister-in-law and her fiance. See, they were in the engaged canoe. They're in the love boat. We're in the Titanic. Engaged canoeing was awesome. He's in the back steering. All right, my little navigator buddy. And they would hit a rock. Oh, that was my fault. No, that was mine. You are so awesome. You are more awesome. That was what they would hit rocks, argue over who was more awesome, and then make out. Just disgusting. Sick. Fish were puking. Married canoe. My wife's up in front, I'm in the back, she's up there. Left, okay, left. You need to go, try your other left. Genius. Holy mother of gum. Have you forgotten your left from your right? Seriously, have you ever known the difference? Have you been guessing for 32 years? Then we get the canoe in the water. Married canoeing was 2 hours of staring at the back of her knacking skull, and down at my paddle, and then back at her skull. Oh, you should have worn a helmet. Married canoe hits a rock, you're gonna kill us both! You got it halfway. So if you're married, you both understand that impulse to kill, but you don't. You don't when you're married. You never hit or kill your spouse, and that's married. It's all the proof you need. Love me, baby. You woke up, didn't you? Hey, you guys, you've been wonderful. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Is that fruit? Is it an apple? Is that an apple? Put it down! Right? I'm Canadian. I flew from Canada yesterday. I flew down, and I was gonna say flew up, but that doesn't make sense. Here's what happened. I'm going through security. All I forgot to do, airport security. All I forgot to do is stick my chapstick in a little Ziploc bag where you put your gels and your liquids. Just forgot to stick it in there, and security guard decided to make issue with it. Right? I was, oh, it's actually a gel. You're supposed to put it in the bag. You didn't put it in the bag. I was like, oh, I must just forgot. I'll take it now. And he's like, no. I need to confiscate it now because you didn't put it in the bag. It's like, dude, it's chapstick, you know? What are you gonna do with chapstick? You know, take me somewhere! Granted, it's a lip balm on it. Lip balm? It's a lip balm joke. That's, the most stressful thing I find about coming down to work in the States here is the border. The border, because the border, crossing into your country, used to be fun time, used to be happy fun time. Used to cross the border in the good old days. The Americans would, oh, come on into our country. We love those Canadians. Come on in here. We love our neighbors to the north. Get on in here. This is fantastic. Come on in. Is that fruit? Is that an apple? Is that an apple? Put it down! Right? Remember when fruit was the biggest security risk between our nations? Remember they're like, I don't care about the narcotics. Is that kiwi down there? Hand it over! New Zealand in the back. have you crossed the border lately? Going both ways, Canada or going into the US or going into Canada. They're mad all the time now. They're always mad. I tried to lighten it up last time I went through. The guy's like, so you're a comedian? I was like, yeah, that's right. So what are you gonna be talking about? I was like, I don't know, it depends how well this goes. Don't say that. Don't do this either. It looks like a gun, apparently. What's going on? This is a true story. Well, it's all true, but this is just more true. It's just more. I was crossing the border a couple years ago now. I got to the border, I handed the guy my passport. He took it, he scanned it through the machine. First thing he said after he scanned it through the machine, don't make any sudden movements. Right? So I was like, okay. And then he's like, shut off your vehicle, give me the keys to it. All right, so I shut off the vehicle, I hand the keys slowly, right? Because he said no sudden movements. You know, here come the keys. So much take the front seat out of the car in Canada. We like to get a good quad workout while we're driving. Saves hours of gym time. But then he said to me, in a couple of moments, I'm gonna ask you to get out of the car. And when you do, if you make any sudden movements at all, we're gonna take you to the ground. That's what he said, verbatim. And the reason he said a couple of moments too, is he had time for his armed buddies to come out and surround the car. I'm not gonna make up the number for the story, but by the time I got out there was 6 of them surrounding the car. I think there were guns drawn, with their hands on their guns, on their hips, and ready to shoot a Canadian mode. Waiting to bang me a Canuck all week. Here we go. I don't think he was doing this. I think I just added that. I don't know why I added that. Should I shoot him or should I do a pirouette? What are we doing, you guys? This is the worst pirouette ever. I was too good. So he opens the car door. I step out. Of course, now I'm towering over this guy, right? I'm way taller, so now I'm afraid he's gonna like small man complex or something. You know, take the big guy down a peg or two. Right? So I'm like, everything's gonna be okay. Everybody just calm down. Just take it easy. I won't hurt you. Now, what did you want to say? Made that part of it. That's not true. I didn't put him on my shoulder. He's a little bigger than that. But I was freaked out. I was scared. I just went to the back of the car. Actually shoved me down on the hood in the back. Like my face was squished on the hood in the back of the car. Well, the hood's not in the back of the car, is it? I drive a Porsche, so comedy is good for me. It's funnier than you realize. So they got me pinned down. They handcuffed me behind my back. They grab me with the armed guard. They take me to the customs office because some kind of wanted fugitive or something, right? Now I'm starting to get a little freaked out. Right? It doesn't seem like a routine stop. Right? Imagine the people behind me, right? Getting a little freaked out themselves, right? To see this car pull up, people jump out with guns, and they'll scare themselves. You know, it's like, eat the fruit, Lois, eat the fruit! Weeks ago, some burly guy stood up in the back and he's like, that's true. What that means? Scare me. So they're taking me into the customs office. And again, absolutely true story. I was in there for like, I don't know, like maybe 5 seconds. Like not long at all. And some guard walks all nonchalantly from behind the counter. He's like, oh, I guess there's a computer malfunction. You can just let him go. And that was it. There's no explanation, no apology, no place to go change, nothing. There we go. Boy, some of that fruit goes through you pretty fast, am I right? I'll take it back across to Canada where it belongs. You know, it's weird. When I was crouching down, like my quads actually started to cramp up on me. I'm not in great shape. I've noticed that lately, so I've been trying to do something about it. Last year, I started P90X. Have you heard of P90X? He's laughing already. He's like, you did not. I finished it. Well, I didn't quite finish it. I didn't want to get too big. Gotta keep my showbiz bod. You're right up front, by the way. So when you go, I hear that. It's really close, in fact. It's like you're yelling it in my ear. That's what it felt like, mentally. Just so you know. I did. I started P90X. Anybody tried it? By applause, who's tried P90X? By applause, who's... Yeah? A lot of you. Wow. Who's finished it? Beginning to end, P90X. Who's finished it? By applause. Wow, we got like 4 or 5 people. Give them a round of applause, everybody. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you why. It's incredibly hard to have 4 or 5 courageous people come into a room full of strangers and feel the courage to lie to everybody. Deserve an applause. No, it is hard though. It's crazy. So here's my experience with it. I put the first one. See, it's a lot of stuff you can do at home. Push-ups, pull-ups, stuff like that, right? So it's easy. You can do it at home. But the first one is it's chest and back, and it starts out with push-ups. Do as many push-ups as you can in a minute. Okay, so I did my number, and we don't have a lot of time, so let's just skip the specifics. It's just a number, it doesn't matter. But right after that was done, it was pull-ups. Do as many pull-ups as you can in a minute. Pull-ups. It doesn't have to be plural. I called in, found out. But as soon as that was done, it was back. It was a different kind of push-up now. It was like a military one, but do as many push-ups as you can in a minute again. And it just went back and forth for an hour straight. And this isn't just do a certain number and then stop. It's going to fatigue until you're like, I can't do any more. Oh, so you're done? Yeah. Well, that's about time then to start it again. It was back like an hour. And I'll be honest with you, okay? About 10 minutes in, I was done. I could keep doing more push-ups. I was on my knees doing girl push-ups. Just come on, one more. That's, I guess, why they're so, that's why they're called girl push-ups, because they're incredibly difficult to do. I'll take it. But then when he's counted, too, it makes it worse, right? 13 and 14, and I'm like, what? And then he's like, set goals for yourself and try to reach those goals. 1. I want to do the upper half. Bottom half's easy, gravity helps out, right? Got a half in, I'm just gonna stop there. Oh, I was so much pain that first week of doing it. I'm not even exaggerating. I could barely move my arms that week. It was useless. My kids were making fun of me for eating every spoonful of soup felt like I was doing rap. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take a little mid-set break and lick from the bowl. Mid-set lick break. Just realized I'm eating soup on the floor. That's how we eat it in Canada. You don't know when a grizzly bear's gonna attack. It's not true, I made that up. It's not true. Oh, here's the funny thing though, when you do get that sore, it kind of tricks your mind into thinking that you're huge. Because you could feel it everywhere. Like I was walking around, I was like, this stuff is working. Like I'm getting jacked. There's a picture I had during that time, and I was standing there, nobody around me, nothing around me at all, and for whatever reason, my arm was like way out here, right? So my mind was like, we're this big now. We're gonna have massive arms. Are you sure I'm not right around here? No, trust me, I'm your mind. We're this big. And muscles would cramp up on me too. Like, not during the workout, like later on in the day, doing something completely unrelated, and muscles would just tighten up. Muscles I didn't even know I had, you know? I'd be sitting there talking to somebody, well, that's a good point. Ah! Oh! Do I have muscle in my ear? Is this, have I been working on my ears? What's going on? Be honest, are my ears getting big? Ridiculous. video on there. It's called plyometrics. It's jump training. A lot of this action. A lot of jump training action, right? It's more athletic than I'm making it look. It's not supposed to look like an episode of Glee. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to look better. But doing that video, and those of you who've done it, you gotta back me up on this. There's 4 people on the video showing you how to do it, okay? One of the guys has only one leg. There's a one-legged guy doing jump training. Like, he's got a really good prosthetic leg, but he's just going. He's just like... And I can't keep up to him, right? I can't do the one-legged guy? Come on! And I know what they're doing. They're trying to motivate you, right? But it makes you feel horrible. They're like, hey, if he can do it, that means that you can do it. But it just makes you feel terrible when you can't keep up. And every video they stick somebody in there, right? There's like this 90-year-old woman doing pull-ups just like crazy. It's like, no, that's not true. Grandma's gotta be juicing. That can't be real. Come on. I'm not biting on that one. Every video they stick somebody on there. Look at this woman. She just gave birth 3 hours ago. 3 hours ago, she was in labor and she's doing stomach crunches. There's her baby doing it, that 3-year-old baby! That baby's jacked. I'm tired. Give me a second to catch up. And here's the real reason I started to do this P90X, if I'm being honest with you. I was just trying to get my arms a little bigger. That was my plan. If I could just get my arms just a little bit bigger, then my hands wouldn't look quite as ridiculous on my body. I thought if I could just do something. It's worse when I move them. Have you noticed that? I just show you my hands. Well, he's got big hands, and I move them around. Oh, buddy, we just ate. Stop it. Huge hands. Every time I shake somebody's hand, I tickle their armpit. That's too much hand. How you doing? It's not you. It was tough growing up with hands this big. I didn't have the same fine motor skills the other kids had with their stubby little hands, you know. Couldn't do the things they could do. It's not as well as them, you know, so I didn't like the things we did in school. You know, well, except for finger painting. I love finger painting. There we go. I just finished 7 projects. And I'm out of paper. And paint, actually. I'm out of paint as well. You want to bring some over here? Yeah, no, I can help you. No problem. What's that? No, I have arms. I just don't need them. Lift them with the legs. With the back. That was... Oh, man. I still finger paint, by the way. It's kind of a hobby of mine now. I was doing some finger painting last weekend there. I painted the garage. Let that dry. See the hand signs for the deaf, too? See the sign language for the deaf? Until they made me stop. Guess I was making the deaf people mad or something. Stop it! It's too loud! That doesn't look right either. Hey, look how small my head is in proportion. Did you notice that? Tiny head. And just so you know, I want you to laugh. I do. But it hurts my feelings, too. Just so you know where I'm coming from. Here's the numbers, though, just so you know the difference. So glove size, 4XL, okay? Hat size, youth medium. So that's embarrassing. Seriously, I bought my gloves at Big and Tall, and my hat's at Baby Gap. This is not cool. Your selection's horrible, by the way. Those are beanies. And here's the truth of it. When you hear comedy, like, it's real stories, true stories, these things really did happen. Put little comedic twists on the end a little bit sometimes, right? Give it a little. So, real glove size, 4XL, absolutely true. My real hat size is not actually youth medium. My real hat size is actually youth small. But I had to change it because people weren't laughing. Because I guess they thought, well, that's ridiculous. It can't be that small. Yeah, just think about that for a second. That means my head is actually so small that it's not even funny anymore. That's what that means. It's a small head. That's my head. I had a lady come up to after a show one time. Oh, here, by the way, here's how you know your head is too small with your hands. You shouldn't be able to touch both your ears with one hand at the same time. That's how you know. Yeah. I love watching people try. That's like my favorite thing. You got halfway on my face. What's going on here? It means you're normal, I believe. There's a guy at a show a couple weeks ago. He's like, you can do it if you open your mouth. Why would you want to? I don't know. I had a lady come up to me after a show one time. She was offended I was doing jokes about the size of my hands. The very joke she just heard, she was offended, and she said, and I quote, "That's a bad example for kids about making fun of themselves." What do you even say to that? You know, I was like, maybe comedy's not for you. It's not your thing. It's my own fault though, because I married her. So that's The latest thing that happened, I was playing the Xbox 360 with my son there, has the Kinect, right? So it has a controller, but you also are the controller. I don't know what game this would be. Dance like a Canadian. Anyway, we were doing Nike Plus for Kinect. It's like a home workout that you do, right, with the Kinect. Gives you your own personal trainer, right? So if you're doing a workout video, you can kind of cheat a little bit, right? Maybe not do the exercises well enough. Video doesn't know. But with the personal trainer, they're like, hey, get your knees up higher, or whatever, right? But in order for them to do that, they have to know what your body looks like. So you gotta stand in front of the Kinect camera while it's mapping out your body. And I was watching it on the screen as I was mapping out my body, got up to my head, and I'm not making this up. There's this little red square around my head with this error message. You know what the error message said? Cannot detect head. Xbox got jokes. I turned around, my son was howling. He thought it was the funniest thing he'd ever seen. He's literally bent over shaking. He's laughing so hard. I was like, what are you laughing at? You look just like me, you freak. Laughing at yourself, that's what you're doing. Hang on, I'm just gonna grab a quick sip of water. That's a 2-liter bottle, by the way. I don't know. You could tell my kids were going to be freaks just like me, though. Right when they were born, massive hands. Right from the birth. We're in the hospital, the birthing event there. Right, and first of all, I don't do well in hospitals to begin with, you know. And I guess my wife was in a bit of discomfort too. Right, so this was some serious. No, that's what she said. Imagine she was being honest. Anyway, she's up on the delivery table there. She's got the all ready to go. And she's got the thing on. She was wearing the gown, right? I was gonna say kilt. I don't even know what I was thinking. Like it is some Scottish hospital or something. All right, lads, give a great big shot for Dr. McGregor. Look at the size of his hands. Quickness, slap him before he slaps us all. Surprised he made it. But he did. And it was free. You guys did that kind of... I see what you're saying. Get what you pay for, buddy. I don't know. I don't like hospitals. I hate... And there is a difference, though. Canadians and Americans. That is one of the biggest differences I noticed. Just our mentality when it comes to hospitals and things like that. In Canada, especially where I grew up, you go to the doctor all the time for every little thing. Here you don't go to the doctor ever, right? There you're always, where I grew up, we'd go to the doctor for something to do sometimes. Be a slow Saturday. You want to go to the mall or the doctor's office? What do you feel like? Get to the doctor's office and be like, okay, Leland, what seems to be the problem? Well, to tell you the truth, doctor, I kind of feel kind of bored. That's what I'm here for. I don't know. We passed that mentality onto our kids' generations. It's true, my kids were, so I have a 16-year-old, when he was 3 years old, he was really upset one day, crying. He was really upset, he was crying, and he said this to me. This is exactly what he said to me. This is how we think about doctors. He's like, Dad, I've got an itchy bum. Can you take me to the doctor? That's what he said. He wanted to go to the doctor for an itchy bum. So we went, because I was bored. See what happens. See what he does. And it was prescription drugs, which is what all Western medicine does. Sorry, was that hurtful? Oh! I work with a pharmaceutical company. Don't call us out on this. But it's a different mentality, right? It really is. Like I had a comedian friend, he had a son the same age, and we were talking about it one time. And I was telling him about what my son had said. And he was like, if my son said that, my son was like, Dad, my bum is itchy. He'd just look at him and say, drag it on the carpet like the dog does. Okay, I don't care. Go, do it. Not the couch, the carpet. Get down. I've had decent care though. Can't complain. I blew my knee out a couple of years back. I was playing some basketball. I was showing off to these kids. Hey, look what I can do. And then I can cry like a baby. Everybody gather around and watch. I completely severed the tendons. Lower part of my kneecap just blew right off. So it wasn't attached on the bottom at all, but it was still attached on the top. So it actually went up. It was like it didn't make that noise. It wasn't a cartoon injury. But I had to get surgery right away. And I wasn't in Vancouver where I lived. I was in Calgary at the time. So I went to the hospital there, and I guess they got to work on it right away. So they were wheeling me in for surgery. And I don't know if I've been in for surgery lately, but it's freezing cold in there. Like, I'm from Canada, I know cold. It was like meat locker cold. Like, I don't even know how they operate. I was getting worried. They were wheeling me in. I was like, hey, you guys know I'm alive, right? You're not harvesting my organs or something, are you? Be honest. What's going on? And then they said to me, do you want to be completely under, or do you just want to not feel the leg? I was like, well, I want to be under it, but I'm pretty sure. Why would somebody want to be awake? Well, it's a control thing. What kind of control would you have? You just be heckling the whole time. Psha, come on, this is Bush League. No wonder this is free. I want it to be out. I was like, I want to be out till rehab's done. I want to wake up 6 months from now. Oh yeah, that's good. That's way better. Yeah, thank you. That was the worst part, was the rehab. So what they did was they grabbed the tendons, pulled them up, drilled some holes, and reattached it. I'm assuming I wasn't awake. And what the doctor said, he said, so ACL, MCL surgeries, you gotta be moving that right away. You don't want to lose movement. It's really tough to get movement back in your knee. He said with this one, it's right over the top. So if you bend before it's completely healed, then you gotta start all over again. So no bending, no flexing for 6 weeks. Right? That's what he said. And then I went back to Vancouver to get follow-up visits from a orthodontic. Turns out I had gingivitis too. What? Man, was this a week? No, the orthopedic surgeon there was like, well, let's give it a bend and see what happens. I was like, no, buddy said not to. And he's like, what does he know? I don't know, but maybe credentials is a really good thing we should be looking at, isn't it? I guess his theory was you just got to see where you're at, see how far you've come. So he just wanted to kind of see the progress, right?